Picture this: a packed arena, fans on their feet, and history in the making. Kelsey Plum's jersey ascends to the rafters at the University of Washington, the first women's basketball player to receive this honor. The energy is electric, with NBA stars singing her praises and former teammates shedding tears of joy. I never really thought about it in the sense of like the jersey being hung in the records and things like that. I just wanted to be the best I could be, and just trying to like push that limit. And then I look back now and it's really cool to have a full circle moment, look back and just say, man, like, thing that is a lot of points. I never really thought about it, now. Shift gears. In another part of the country, Asia Wilson scrolls through her phone, frowning at the lack of buzz around her own jersey retirement in February. Tickets are going for less than the price of a pizza, and the event isn't even close to selling out. We'll talk about Asia's reaction in a bit. How did two WNBA stars end up with such different celebrations? The answer might surprise you, and it's got everyone talking about the future of women's basketball. Let's rewind a bit. Plum's college career, it was legendary. We're talking NCAA scoring records that stood until Caitlin Clark came along. This girl racked up 3,527 points during her time at Washington. That's not just good, that's break the scoreboard good. Plum wasn't just about the points. She was a free throw wizard, setting the record with 912 successful shots from the line. In her senior year, she went full supernova, dropping 1,109 points in a single season. That's the kind of performance that makes basketball purists weep with joy. Forever 10 honors the exceptional journey of Kelsey Plum, whose impact extends far beyond the University of Washington, from becoming the NCAA's all-time leading scorer to leading the Huskies to national prominence. Her number 10 jersey symbolizes greatness. Off the court, while a UW, Kelsey earned a degree in anthropology from a College of Arts and Sciences. On court, Kelsey was named the 2017 AP Naismith Player of the Year. She was a two-time All-American. She was a four-time All-Pac-12. She held all-time scoring leader record from 2017 to 2024. Now, UW's honoring her in a way they've never done for any other women's basketball player. During halftime, the crowd goes silent. All eyes on that number 10 jersey slowly rising to the rafters. It's a symbol of everything Plum achieved and everything she represents for women's basketball. Plum's taking it all in, looking genuinely moved. It just brings back so many memories, she says, her voice a mix of nostalgia and disbelief. I really feel so blessed to share this moment with my family. Life happened so fast. It feels like 2 weeks ago I was a senior here. One word to describe Kelsey Plum is fierce. She was a leader, right from the get-go. Ability to laser focus. She's a winner. What truly sets Kelsey apart is her character. Kelsey's work ethic is second to none. She has that it factor. Kelsey Plum is a dog. In high school, Kelsey made a name for herself as one of the most talented, hard-working players in the country. She was different from even the day she stepped on campus. Straight from the airport, first day on campus was drive to the gym. What I appreciate most about Kelsey is her work ethic, and there is not a single person in any sport that I've ever covered that has outworked Kelsey Plum. During timeouts, the arena erupts with messages from Plum's Las Vegas Aces teammates, her old Huskies squad, and her family. It's like the whole basketball community showed up to say, Kelsey, you're one of the greats. UW's current head coach Tina Langley beams. What a fun day to celebrate history and Kelsey Plum. We're so excited to have her number up in the rafters. She's known for her exceptional hard work, and she's also an incredible person. Just the fact that she's hanging her jersey there in Heck Ed, shows a different side of her, not just the talent, but the competitive side and the desire to sacrifice. I just don't think many people, and I'm not saying kids, I'm not saying players, I'm just saying people in general. I don't think people have that in them. There is so much that Kelsey has accomplished throughout her career. She's truly one of the best to play the game, and she played at Washington. Her impact will last forever, and that's why we're hanging her number in the rafters today, so that we will never forget the player and the person that she is. As the crowd erupts and cheers, you can't help but think, this is what it looks like when hard work pays off. And it's pretty darn inspiring. Plum's jersey retirement isn't just a personal achievement. It's a milestone for women's basketball as a whole. Hold up, folks. While we're all riding high on Kelsey Plum's jersey retirement celebration, there's some serious drama unfolding behind the scenes. You know how they say, What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, not this time. Let's be real for a second. Kelsey Plum's future with the Las Vegas Aces is looking shakier than a house of cards in a wind tunnel. The team slapped a core designation on her, and trade rumors are flying faster than a Plum three-pointer. But here's the kicker. It's not just about basketball. Plum's feeling like the forgotten middle child in the Aces family. A'ja Wilson and Coach Becky Hammon are hogging all the attention. It's like high school all over again, but with million-dollar contracts and championship rings. What's been a little surprising, and I think why there's so much conversation, at least from what I'm seeing, about Kelsey Plum, is that during the season when the rest of the core aces, the other, they're the core four, A'ja, Chelsea, Jackie Young, and Kelsey Plum. So when her other three, counterparts, they signed extensions, she did not. Now you might be thinking, why would Plum want to leave a championship team? Well, sometimes it's not about the hardware. It's about feeling valued, appreciated, and seen. And right now, Plum's feeling more invisible than a referee's whistle in crunch time. You mentioned that she did not sign an extension, and former general manager Natalie Williams told me before she and the Aces parted ways that, Kelsey was offered an extension and declined. But wait, there's more. Enter the Golden State Valkyries. They've been making some interesting moves lately, and let me tell you, they're not just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. These folks mean business. Picture this. Kelsey Plum, the undisputed star of the women's Bay Area basketball scene. No more playing second fiddle, no more living in anyone's shadow. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Yeah, I definitely would not rule that out. Something that really stands out to me is that, Kelsey is a Southern California native, and San Francisco's, it's within the state. California is a large state, but still within the state. And I think that stands out to me. That's like the most intriguing destination for Kelsey. I totally understand the fit. You mentioned like perimeter scoring for the Valkyrie, that they'll absolutely need that. But I think also she brings like this, veteran championship mentality that Natalie Nakaze has emphasized that she wants to cultivate in the Golden State. And so to me, that would just be knock out of the park. And they have the room to do it. They're just building their roster. Cap space is not going to be a problem. So that stands out to me, definitely. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. During her jersey retirement ceremony, her former Aces teammate Kate Martin was singing her praises. And where's Martin playing now? You got it. The Valkyries. Coincidence? In the WNBA, there's no such thing. She and Natalie were really close. I remember the first conversation I had with Natalie Nakaze, she was telling me that she spent the whole offseason doing Pilates with Kelsey Plum because Kelsey had roped her into it. And they were waking up at like 6 a.m. together to go to these Pilates sessions. And I remember telling Natalie, that is something I would never do. I could never, wake up early. And she's like, well, you should. You should consider it. Kelsey has, changed my life by, of course, Plum's keeping her cards close to her chest. When asked about her free agency status during the ceremony, she politely declined to comment. Talk about a plot twist in the middle of her big moment. Here's the thing. Plum's at a crossroads. Does she stick with the Aces, where she's won championships but feels underappreciated? Or does she take a leap of faith and join the Valkyries, where she could be the franchise player? The ball's in her court now. I just have a very hard time imagining the Las Vegas Aces without that core four. They were all drafted there, right? And they were all drafted there. And so, look, as a Warriors fan, losing Klay Thompson, I can sort of relate to this, but that would be quite a blow for a team like Vegas. They came up together. They won 2 championships together. You know what's wild? Sometimes, even the biggest stars can get lost in their own shadows. Case in point, A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement at the University of South Carolina. You'd think it'd be a slam dunk celebration, right? Well, hold on to your jerseys, folks, because this story's got more twists than a pretzel factory. Let's set the scene. It's October 2024, and South Carolina finally decides to retire A'ja Wilson's number 22. Great news, yeah? Except, didn't we all assume that happened years ago? The woman's got a statue outside the arena, but here's where it gets really interesting. They're doing it on the same day as Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement in Iowa. Coincidence? About as likely as finding a unicorn in your backyard. Also, it's A'ja Wilson's retirement jersey day, right? And, well, her prices for her game are high. Now, you'd expect fans to be lining up around the block for tickets, right? Guess what? They're not. Tickets are going for $16, and they're still not sold out. Ouch. That's gotta sting more than a missed free throw in the final seconds. And while Clark's ceremony is set to be a national television event, Wilson's retirement? Crickets. No broadcast plans. Nada. Then there's the Clark factor. Announcing Wilson's retirement now, when all eyes are on Iowa's Golden Girl? It feels a bit like showing up to someone else's party unannounced. You're there, but you're not exactly turning heads. A'ja Wilson, the cornerstone of South Carolina's rise to prominence, will see her number 22 jersey retired at Colonial Life Arena when the Gamecocks face Auburn. A lot of people are pissed that this is the second day, or the same day. Now, I say a lot of people, A'ja Wilson fans are pissed that it's the same day, but here's the twist. Wilson herself has been quieter than a library during finals week about the whole thing. No excited tweets, no Instagram posts. It's like she's not sure whether to celebrate or shrug. And can you blame her? From far as I can tell, Caitlinclarkfans don't give a rip about A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement. As we inch closer to the big day, you've got to wonder, is this a case of too little, too late for South Carolina? Or is it a sign of something deeper? Whatever the reason, the contrast couldn't be clearer. It's like comparing a blockbuster movie premiere to a straight-to-DVD release. You know what's wild? Sometimes, the happiness around a player is so intense that even their future jersey retirement breaks records. That's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark right now. While we're all still buzzing about Kelsey Plum's big moment, Clark's upcoming honor is coming soon. February 2nd, 2025. Remember that date, folks. It's when Iowa will officially immortalize Clark's number 22 in the rafters of Carver Hawkeye Arena. But here's the kicker. Fans aren't waiting around to get excited. They're losing their minds already, and the ticket prices, they're absolutely bonkers. Let's talk numbers for a second. When the announcement first dropped, the cheapest seat in the house was going for $200. Pretty steep, right? Well, hold on to your hats because in just 40 minutes, yeah, you heard that right, 40 minutes, that price shot up to $784. And now, some tickets are listed for over $1,000. But wait, there's more. If you're okay with standing room only, that'll set you back a cool $300. But this isn't just any old game they're attaching Clark's big moment to. Oh no, Iowa's got something special cooked up. They're facing off against USC, which means we get to see Clark's legacy celebrated while Juju Watkins, the next big thing in women's basketball, is on the court. Talk about star power overload. Iowa taking on USC and Juju Watkins, nationally televised game, I believe. February 2nd, 222, so it's 22. Everything about it lines up. Now, let's be real for a second. This retirement ceremony has been in the works for a while. Iowa's Director of Athletics, Beth Gutz, didn't waste any time. She announced it right after Clark's final college game, before the ink was even dry on her WNBA draft card. Gutz didn't mince words either, saying, Caitlin Clark has not only redefined excellence on the court, but has also inspired countless young athletes to pursue their dreams with passion and determination. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some eagle-eyed fans swear they've already spotted an unveiled jersey hanging in the rafters months ago. It's like Iowa couldn't even wait for the official ceremony. They just had to get that jersey up there, covered or not. You've got to hand it to Iowa, though. This isn't just about honoring Clark. It's a brilliant marketing move. They've set it up perfectly. National TV coverage, a marquee matchup against a rising star, and a chance to keep the Clark hype train rolling long after she's moved on to the pros. As the buzz builds and social media explodes with every new detail, one thing's crystal clear. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, everything's larger than life. Her college career was record-breaking, her draft was a media frenzy, and now her jersey retirement is turning into a big-time event. And you know what? This is probably just the beginning. Just when you thought Caitlin Clark couldn't get any bigger, the numbers roll in. Picture this. Clark's jersey retirement is like the hottest concert ticket in town. Secondary market tickets start at a whopping $711 just to get in the door, and those premium seats, we're talking over $8,000. What? That is a supply and demand thing. Especially in today's day and age where there's no such thing as a sellout, right? Where you can go to any event you want as long as you're willing to pay for it because of the secondary ticket market. Now, flip that image for A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement. Same day, different world. Tickets are going for as low as $16, and get this, they're still not sold out. It's like comparing a sold-out arena show to an open mic night at your local coffee shop, The social media buzz, Clark's announcement exploded with over 300,000 impressions faster than you can say viral. Wilson's announcement, barely a blip on the radar, and South Carolina waited years and years to retire Asia's jersey. I was expecting a packed house for Clark, maybe even adding extra seats. Meanwhile, South Carolina is hoping to at least fill the lower bowl for Wilson. Let's be real for a second. These stats paint a picture of two very different legacies. Clark's become a cultural phenomenon, a household name even for non-basketball fans. Wilson, despite her phenomenal playing career and trophy case that would make most athletes green with envy, isn't getting the same love. You've got to wonder how this sits with Asia. Imagine working your whole life to be the best, winning championships and MVP awards, but no one cares. That's gotta sting. And we'll get to compare the ratings, because I would assume that game against Auburn will be televised somewhere. Now, whether or not it's nationally televised like I think the Iowa game's gonna end up being, I don't know. But look, when it comes to tickets, it's a supply and a demand issue. And it's that simple. It's a good way to gauge one's popularity. You think A'ja Wilson's feeling the heat? Well, the fans are turning up the temperature and it's getting spicy in here. The court of public opinion is in full session, and they're not holding back. When it comes to fan reactions, we're seeing a clear divide. On Caitlin Clark's side, it's a love parade. Fans are showering her with praise like she's basketball royalty. One fan even declared, "Now tell me who the face of the league is." Clark's star power is shining bright, and her supporters are making sure everyone knows it. But for A'ja Wilson, yikes, the reactions are far from warm and fuzzy. Some fans are scratching their heads, wondering what's going on. One tweet said, "A'ja who? Thought her jersey was already retired. Ouch, that's gotta sting." The timing of these jersey retirements is causing quite a stir. One frustrated fan didn't mince words. "Why would y'all retire her jersey on the same day as A'ja? Are y'all stupid?" Now that's what I call a hot take. But it's not all doom and gloom for Wilson. Some loyal fans are stepping up to defend her, calling out what they see as disrespect. They argue that both players deserve their moment in the spotlight. Meanwhile, Wilson's ceremony is facing challenges. Some fans are questioning why it took so long for South Carolina to retire her jersey. One comment asked, "Why did SC take a whole decade to retire A'ja's number?" The contrast between these events is striking. Clark's jersey retirement is being treated like a major milestone in women's basketball history. Wilson's, it's kind of getting lost in the shuffle. In the world of women's basketball, the fans have spoken, and they're not pulling any punches. Let's be real, folks. The world of women's basketball is changing faster than A'ja Wilson can say, "Where's my spotlight?" Kelsey Plum's college jersey just got retired in front of a sold-out arena. Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement is turning into a national spectacle, while Wilson's struggles to fill seats. This isn't just about jersey hangings. It's a whole shift in the game's landscape. Clark's meteoric rise is reshaping what stardom looks like in women's basketball. Whether you're Team Plum, Team Clark, or Team Wilson, this moment is bigger than any of them.